Hey all, welcome to the Institute and this week's top 10. Now I'm going to do several top 10s again this week and into next week, looking at various companies, lines, figures that I really liked for 2024. I've already done top 10 6 scale, both male and female. I've also done top 10 112 collective figures. So I am not going to include those two categories today in my top 10 male action figures. These are going to be everything that's not 112 collective or 6 scale. So 5, 6, 7, 8-inch figures, different lines, different companies, just not those two categories. If you want to see those two categories, check out my other videos. They're there. And we're going to start out with Elf. Now, we've gotten 4 Elves so far. We know there's at least one more coming. This one from last year's San Diego Comic-Con gets the number 10 spot. I love the box art. You can tell they really went to a lot of trouble here. The figure itself, an excellent figure, really cool costume. A lot of work that went into this for a Comic-Con exclusive. So that's my number 10. As a fan of Elf, I've been enjoying what they've been doing with him. Number 9 is a complete impulse purchase. So for a figure to be both an impulse purchase and end up on this list tells you something. And that's Belly Bomb. As you can see, what a cool design. I don't really care about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have a few, but I have very few extra characters. If I have stuff, I have the Turtles themselves. I don't really do much with the extraneous characters, but this one was so cool on the shelf. He just called my name and the jaw is articulated, the eyeball is articulated. What a fun figure. He makes a great villain in any animated line. He even looks great there next to the Scott Pilgrim figures. So there you go, number 9. Number 8. Let's see, we've been talking about how we're going to get some new Sesame Street figures this year. And I've been making some room for those over here at the Muppets area. They're in scale. But another line that we're getting that's related from Boss Fight Studios is Fraggle Rock. And we got our first set of those this year. Uncle Traveling Mad is going on my list in the number 8 spot. What a cool, fun figure. Just a lot of fun. His backpack doesn't fit on great, but the style matches nicely with the old Palisade stuff. And the scale matches pretty well, too. So, really happy we got a bunch more of these coming out this year, hopefully. And Uncle Traveling Matt gets number 8. Number 7 is the first horror figure on the list. I bought a lot of horror this year, but only a few of them really stood out. One of those is the Christopher Lee Vampire House of Dracula. What a great figure. Look at the blood on the face. He had a couple of different heads. I went with that one. There's the Vincent Price figure next to him that NECA also did. But it's really the Christopher Lee here that added something to that shelf. Number 6. McFarlane, some nice work this year in the DC Collectibles line. Most of it was reissues, but they did a couple of new figures. One of those being a Build-A-Figure that I thought we'd never see. Maxie Zeus. You can see next to him there's the Condiment King from last year. He's a fun, interesting, unique character. Just, again, like I said, I never thought we'd get him, and this is when McFarlane's at their best, adding new things to the series. It's nice that they're also reissuing stuff, but getting this new stuff is really where it stands out. He's number 6. Number 5, we're going to go back over to the horror. Actually, number 5 and number 4 and number 3 are all over in the horror section. Number 5 is the 4th and final figure on the list from NECA, Professor Burke. Now, I love London After Midnight. I have the quarter scale that Sideshow did of Burke. I have the 12-inch that they did. But getting this one from NECA is a real bonus. It's a gorgeous figure. Fits in nicely with the rest of the Universal monsters. One of the more detailed ones they had in their series. And that's number 5. Number 4 is another one of those impulse buys. Really didn't think much of it at the time. Looked cool. I thought, why not? Let's check it out. From a company I'd never bought anything from before, Syndicate Studios, and that's Pumpkinhead. They did a terrific job. It's not like we've gotten a lot of Pumpkinhead figures. And they knocked this one out of the park. gets my number 4 spot. My number 3 spot is also horror. It's the Frankenstein monster from the Four Horsemen. Generally speaking, they always end up on one of my lists. They're actually going to get one of the top 10 female figures this year as well when we get to that list. He comes with all the cool lab equipment, including the table. You have 2 or 3 different ways you can really dress him up and different head sculpts. So you have a lot of options on the shelf. This is a great addition to their series of figure obscura unique characters. So this Frankenstein monster gets the number 3 spot. I hope we see some other monsters, like a creature from Black Lagoon, interpreted by them. Number 2 is a figure produced by Frazzetti Girls and my friend Eamon O'Donoghue. They're doing a series of barbarians, obviously, Frazzetti Girls, you know. And last year they did Dark Wolf. Dark Wolf gets the number 2 spot. Great figure. Much improved. We haven't gotten a lot of great Conan figures outside of the 112 collective. You can see kind of the weak Toy Biz version there to the left. This Dark Wolf really stands out. So he gets number 2. But number 1 was easy for me. Couldn't resist because he's just so... This is a pair. You can't separate them. They go together. They're never alone. And we're never going to get this pair, this set, ever done this well again. So much shelf presence. That would be Kang and Kodos from the Ultimates line by Super 7. Now, Krusty was actually in the running here for one of the top 10 spots as well. He's a great figure too. But this pair is just so cool. One of my favorite all-time licenses, of course. Treehouse of Horror versions, you know, episodes. Just everything about this hits on all cylinders for me. Ticks all my boxes. And they're huge, massive. We're never going to see anything quite like this again. I don't think we're ever going to get a better Kang and Kodos from anybody. So while that Ultimates line didn't last very long, it did produce these 2 guys. So there we go. There's my top 10 male action figures for 2024. Let me know some of your picks. Remember, my 112 collective are on a separate list. And probably on Wednesday, I'll do the top 10 female action figures. Until then, have a great week.